Hey guys, more questions from the gram today, and woo, 2021 is off to a rocky start. Let's dive right in. Hey, Dr. Ish, me and my husband work at the same place in the same department. There's a rumor going around that he's sleeping with a girl who also works in the same department here. Her husband also works here, but in a different department. But it's just got real messy real quick. Let's keep going. I've been off work for 3 months now because of an injury. Now that I'm back, people are coming up to me and they're telling me things. This girl has been to our house. The strange thing is, the friends that are close to me are not saying anything. It's everybody else who's chirping. I don't know what to do or who to believe. Do you think my friends are not saying anything simply because they just don't want to get involved? What do I do? So, wow. First thing I will say is workplace relationships, I am not a fan. Workplace relationships, I am not a fan, and here's why. Because they get messy and they keep you stuck, like you are stuck right now, right? I gotta see these people tomorrow, whatever else happens. I gotta work with these people tomorrow, whatever else happens. These people are gonna know my business tomorrow, whatever else happens, right? And that's where you are right now. You're stuck because you're embarrassed, right? And you're ashamed. And you're not 100% sure what's going on, but everybody else thinks they know what's going on. And shame is the thing that keeps you in the closet, makes you want to hide it away in the dark, and it keeps you stuck. And when you're doing all of these things at your place of business, it keeps you more stuck because you got a shield in front of a shield, right? We all got that suit of armor we put on every morning when we walk out of the house to be who we need to be to show up today. But now you've got that extra layer of protection you need to put in place because this is also how you make your money. And you don't want to screw that up, especially now. It's been a rough year for all of us. So, what can you do? What can you do? Well, the first thing you're going to need to do is stop listening to everybody else and start listening to yourself, right? Your creator made your eyes, right? You know what you're seeing. Your creator made your ears. You know what you're hearing. Your creator made your heart. You know what you are feeling. And you got to trust yourself enough to go with that feeling, right? We don't know what he's doing, right? We don't know if he's cheating with her. We don't know if they're not. We don't know if people are just talking because you've been out of work and they're trying to fill that void with some juicy gossip at your expense or not. But we do know that you don't feel good. And that is an indicator, right? That tells me something. That tells me that you are a woman with one of the most beautiful gifts that the Creator has ever given anybody, which is the gift of intuition, right? You know when something feels right and you know when something doesn't. Now, your problem is to get out of your own head long enough to listen to that thing, right? Now, what's going on with your friends? I don't know what's going on with your friends, but I got a pretty good idea because this is a hard conversation to have with a best friend. I've had to have it with best friends of mine. I have had best friends of mine have to have this conversation with me. And it's hard because, again, it's embarrassing and it's shameful. Right? Somebody's doing us wrong. Somebody's doing us dirty, and it doesn't feel good. And it makes us feel stupid, and it makes us feel like losers, and it makes us feel like we're not lovable, and it makes us feel like we're never gonna get this right. And we don't want anybody to see that. So what I think may be happening here is that with you and your friends, and what we're looking at, which sounds like there's something going on, and if that's the case, it sounds like this relationship may be moving into a new phase, possibly the beginning of the end. I don't know. But if that's the case, where are you going to be, right? Well, it's human nature. Those stages of grief. We go through it like any other loss, like a death, because in a certain way, this is the death of a part of that relationship. The part that you knew to be true is no longer true, and it is now dying. And you're going to grieve that like you grieve a loss. So you're going to go through those 5 stages. What are they, right? Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. But where you are now is in the denial phase, right? You're in the denial phase. I don't know if what they're saying is true or not. I don't know if what I'm seeing is true or not. I don't know if what I'm hearing is true or not. I don't know if what my heart is telling me to feel is true or not, right? And your friends know that. So when they come to you, you're not going to react with acceptance. You're not going to react with the sadness yet because you're not there yet. You're not going to react with the bargaining yet because you're not there with. You're going to react with denial, and you're going to react with anger, and they don't want that. You're going to tell them that, no, girl, I knew you just couldn't be happy for me. I knew you were always jealous of me. You don't know what's going on. You need to mind your own business. Blah, blah, blah. Yip, yip, yip. Blah, do, do. Right? That's what's going to happen. And that gets you guys nowhere. That gets you projecting onto them what you're feeling inside. That gets you in a place of avoidance and doesn't allow you to deal with the issue of what's actually going on in front of you, right? So the right way for a friend to have that conversation is this, right? Hey, I'm hearing the same things you're hearing. I don't know if it's true or not. All I know is you're my friend and you don't look happy right now. You're my friend and I love you, and I think you deserve to have some peace and some joy too, and I don't see you getting that right now. So I don't know what's going on, but it sounds like it's a messy situation, and I hope you find some answers really, really soon. But what I can tell you is that as a friend who loves you, I'm willing to do whatever I can to help, even if that's nothing right now, right? And that's reacting, and that's coming to you from a place of compassion, because compassion says, I see you in pain, and I don't have to try to fix your pain. I see you hurting, and I care enough to allow you to hurt because I'm that comfortable with my own hurt, because I've been there too, right? Compassion says, I can see you sitting in this room alone in the dark, and I can come in and sit down next to you and not feel compelled to turn the lights on. I'm just gonna be here, right? I'm just gonna be here, I'm gonna be with you, and we're gonna figure it out together. So that may be why they're trying to stay away, because that's a tricky conversation to have. But what I want you to do, right, is I want you to keep your eyes open. I want you to keep your ears open, and I want you to keep your heart open, darling, right? Because you deserve to be happy too. You don't deserve to be embarrassed like this at your work. You don't deserve to be embarrassed like this in the relationship with the person who you're supposed to be loving, and they're supposed to love you back. My mom used to say, son, what's for you, you'll never miss it, right? And that goes for the things we want in life and the love we want in life. So the love that's out there for you, you're not going to miss it. If this is it, you're going to figure it out. If this is not it, you're going to figure it out. But the way you do that is blocking out the noise that's out there and listen to what's coming from here, right? And don't let your mind trick you into settling, right? Your mind can trick you into settling, but your heart always feels like it's being cheated out of something it really, really deserves. And I don't want that to happen to you. I hope this helps. Let me know how it goes. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.